saw the unboxing video.
Not just about the power, it is the guts. It is what it does and how it sounds. These are MOSFET chips, and the more you have, the more power it makes. And there is a bunch in here. This is a Class D amplifier, frequency range 10 Hertz to 40 kilohertz with a -3 dB power.
You can watch the unboxing video on our channel. Now it's time to put it to the test.
All right, so we're gonna tune this first. Technically, we are tuned. Okay, so now we're gonna do a mono certified run. We're gonna go back to certified, mono. We're gonna go to 4 ohm. We're gonna get track 4. Okay, we're gonna start dyno. Let's see what it is now. Let's see what the power is. Here we go. Okay, 1267 at 14. So there you go, there's your difference. 1467, and our voltage was a little bit lower. So I'm gonna put in here lower voltage. What was it? 13?
1267.
1267. That is way over 900 watts. That was incredible. We want to try to do it at 2 ohms. It's not rated for 2 ohms, but we are going to try a 2 ohm mono run. We're going to go 2 ohms. We're going to go to track 4. Pause. Here we go. 2 ohm. It's not rated at. Okay, so we got 1354 at 2 ohms. It's not rated at 2 ohms, but it did it. 13, what did I say it was? 1354, so there wasn't much difference. That was certified though. That was incredible. Wow, not expecting that at all. The paperwork, as you saw in the unboxing, was talking about 4 ohms. Bridged was going to be 900 watts at 14.4. We were right about 15 volts, which meant it did way over certified. So I guess the next thing is going to be uncertified. We're going to do uncertified at 4 ohm. Four ohm uncertified. We're going to go to track 3. Start dyno. Here we go. 4 ohm uncertified. We're right at 15 volts. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, 1341 at 1467. Okay, uncertified. Uncertified, make some notes here. We're still in the mono, so we're gonna be 4 ohm uncertified. What was it?
1321.
1321. So we actually did a little bit less than certified. Don't ask me why. The voltage was a little bit lower, which could be the difference, but for a rated 900 watt mono amp, that was incredible. Okay, let me talk to you, everybody, explain this. So, showing the voltage difference on how much power produced. So we were at 15 volts, stay with me, and we were able to get the 1328. Getting down to about the 14 and change, we went down to 1267. It is so important in your vehicle that you have proper, not only voltage, but you have enough amperage to supply the amp and enough capacity, okay? So running these tests right now. Let me change the camera here, okay? You have 3 40 amp banks and we have power supply. So in your vehicle, and that's just an 1800 watt amp. Now, the average person is not gonna put all that on an 1800 watt amp. But what I wanna tell you is it's so important to have proper batteries. So many people buy product 3000 watts and bigger and don't even have an extra AGM, and the car's only charging at 13 and change. So if you have the money for lithium, especially the Big Jeff lithium, you can do stuff like this. Now, is it that big of a deal if you didn't have the power? No, but longevity, clean power, all that's really important to get what these amps are capable of doing. So in real life, let's just say you were running 13 and a half. Yeah, I bet you at that 1 volt less from the 14.72 we just did, yeah, you'd probably be closer to 1000 watts. So that shows you a difference in how important batteries and power is. And mech band alternators, you're talking about 500 bucks. I mean, this amp right here is $399. Why wouldn't you put a mech band alternator that would do so much for you? So we're able to do the mono runs. I'm just gonna repeat back what we had. We had the mono 4 ohm certified 1328, and then at 14 and a half volts, we went down to 1267. It is only rated at 900 watts, so more for your money. It did do 2 ohm, but there was no big change or difference. Still over 1300 watts. Okay, uncertified, we got 1321 and dynamic power 1309. So no matter how you look at it, this amp is on the mono side is over 1000 watts, if not 12. You could technically, I think, would have no problem at 4 ohm running 2 750 watt subs on this, or 1 bigger sub because it's got power. So 400 bucks, you can put this amp in there, run one side with your mids and highs, and the other side to a sub or a couple subs for sure. RGB, all that, really cool. Great price, great quality, and the amp didn't even go above 99 degrees. So give me a minute. We're gonna unhook this up and get it back to stereo so we can go ahead and see what happens. We're back. We have this hooked up stereo. It's the first time doing stereo on the Dyno. Nothing different except we hook up left and right, which we have here. We have left and right. We're using the rear. I have this set to full range and we are in. So let's get this ball rolling. So we're gonna do a certified run and we're gonna do 2 channel and we're gonna go to 2 ohm, enter. It says track 4 and 9. Play and start dyno. Here we go. Okay, so this did pretty good. Wow, certified run. Now you can see here that we got 596 on channel 1 and we got 644 on channel 2. Now this amp is rated only at 450 watts at 2 ohms. So certified run, we killed it. Now, why do we get almost 50 some extra watts on one side? Voltage was a little bit higher. I'm not sure. Shorter run. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna at least go with the 596. So we got volts. Well, we're gonna say 596, and then we will check the replay on the amperage. Okay, so next would be 4 ohm. Go back to track 4 and we're gonna start dyno. Here we go, 4 ohm, 2 channel. Okay, that's a lot closer, 370 and 387. And if you remember during the unboxing, 4 ohm was supposed to get 300 watts. So we surpassed that certified. I'm gonna lock it in at the lower number even. Then we're gonna say at 4 ohm, we did 370. Hold on. And we're gonna say, what was the voltage there? Can you see it?
14.74.
14.74. So we surpassed certified numbers by the book. Again, the RIOT1800 surpassed it. The mono way past 900. So it seems like the amp actually does better when it's in that 14 range. And somebody told me it could be bottlenecking the amperage through the power rods that connect it. Possibly. If you know, put it in the comments. So just to rehash, we were able, on mono, we were able to get 1328 certified at 162 amps at 15 volts. We went down to 1267 at 4 ohms when we just went down right under 15 volts. Mono at 2 ohm, which it's not rated to do, still did 1354 certified. And then we had a 4 ohm uncertified of 1341. The amp's only rated 900 and we got well over 1200 for sure. I mean, this is a great amp. It does its power and then some. And we have hit this back to back. And then think how many times we've hit this off camera. The amp is still sitting at 102. Incredible amp. So there's your dyno test. We'll post all the results and the efficiency. I'm not sure how important people are with efficiency, but for $399, you get an RGB amp that would technically run a nice small system, or it would be awesome to run a ton of mids and highs. Okay, this was incredible.